All right, everyone. So, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. We're just going to work as diligently as humanly possible. I don't have a due date for this. Like, I want to get it done as soon as possible, but I am not going to rush it. I don't have an expectation for when it's going to be done. All I know is that we're just going to keep on until it's done. Hey, Daniel, what is up? So I'm gonna go ahead and chuck my headphones on. Um, I'm gonna leave my mic on. I'm not gonna play any music for you guys. I'll look up at the chat every now and then, just talk to you guys. Let me get my music going. I have my microphone stand is broken, so I have my microphone sitting on the desk. So if I put something down, there's a good chance you're gonna hear it. All right. Yeah. So we're actually doing pretty well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we'll still have 10 heroes, but a lot of them are very humanoid, other than Diva. Um, because I know Diva's gonna take like 8 hours to finish. Like I'm not, I'm very aware of how long that's gonna take. So we're just like I said, no rush. I'd like to have it done for this weekend because I have a video game convention this weekend in Vegas, the Level Up Expo. It would be great to have it done by then, but I'm not gonna rush the quality of this for the sake of one convention. You know, I did that last year and I ended up messing up my League of Legends drawing. I don't know if I ever told that story. So last year when I was gonna do Level Up Expo in Vegas, I was working on the League of Legends project, and I was like, oh, I gotta have it done. I gotta have it done for Level Up. So I was working on it really, really hard, and then I ended up missing a champion. So I got a bunch of prints made, and I got there to Vegas, and someone was like, hey, where's this champion? And I couldn't find it, and I realized I didn't draw him in there. So I'm not gonna let that happen again. I'm not gonna rush the quality of this. How's it going, everyone? Thanks for joining in. I'm gonna leave the mic on. I'm not gonna be playing any music for you guys, but should just live this here lifestyle. It was Rek'Sai that I forgot. So there's a printed version of that League poster that does not have Rek'Sai on it, and there are only about 10 people who have that. Oh, I forgot to do Mercy's Halo. Should probably do that before I forget. How would they notice? I mean, when you have a collage like that, people will notice if you miss somebody. There are people who purposely go out of their way to try and find something wrong with my drawings. So it was pretty embarrassing to actually not have them on there. But I mean, I didn't let it bother me. Like I didn't trip over it. Like I didn't let it affect me. I was mad, but you know, people noticed. Any tips? Not really. Mercs is a humanoid character. Any humanoid character should be fairly simple to draw. Not easy, but simple. Just draw a human and then take your time with her armor. Narcus, thank you. Well, you know, I have this. I don't want to get too deep into this, but I have this very strong belief. The more, and you know, I developed this belief the more I do Artist Alley at conventions. Um, you walk around Artist Alley, you go to an anime convention or a comic book convention, you walk around the Artist Alley, and every single time, 99% of the artwork that you see there is a single character, really well rendered single character drawings. And I'm not hating on anyone, I'm just stating facts. But like that's it. You know, they're like maybe 5 or 4 hour paintings at the most, right? And I'm like, that's cool. But if everyone just kind of has the same thing over and over, then what you do is you give, at least what I believe is you give power, too much power to the shopper when everyone just has the same shit priced at the same thing. So my belief is that if you want your artwork to stick out, then you got to do something else. You know, you want to be an anomaly, you got to act like it. So that's why I'm like, this project is essentially what they do times like, what was it, 27, basically. Whoops. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to bring something better. Like I always just want to raise the just kind of want to raise the quality level of the artist alley because there are a lot of really good artists who don't go to conventions. You know, like most of the really, really, really skilled and popular artists don't do conventions because like they got their own thing going on, and I get that. But I like going to conventions. I like traveling. I like interacting with people. I like being around people. But the quality of artwork in general at the artist alley is really low. That's just a fact. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. So I mean, I would just like to raise the bar a little bit. You know. Hey, Meister. Yeah, I'm gonna go off on a rant right now. But in regards to the artist alley, a lot of people they debate about prices and like being undervalued and all that. And I'm like, they're undervaluing you because when they go into the they see their selection of art they can buy, it's like the same shit over and over and over. And I'm like, well, gotta give them something more, gotta give them something different, you know? Not even, I guess quality wise, it has to go higher, but even then, like if somebody comes with subpar um, technical work, but their ideas are really cool and it's something refreshing, then it'll just, I don't know, just I don't even know how to express it. Like I'm so passionate about it. I can't bring it into words. I'll make a video about it once I could bring it down onto paper and I could just read it to you guys instead of stumbling over my fucking words. Hmm. Derpy Birdie asks, "How do you have the patience for these long, long drawings?" Um, I mean, it's the same way how people who play sports have the patience to go into the court and shoot baskets for like 8, 10 hours a day. That's, you know, super exhausting, but they do it because that's what they genuinely care about. Drawing is what I genuinely care about. So it's like, it's not, I don't even have to bat an eye in regards to patience. Um, Physical exhaustion is usually what forces me to stop drawing. Like, if you guys have been in the live streams before, you guys know I usually draw until I physically drop, you know, until I get tired or have to start falling asleep in front of the computer. So, patience is not a problem for me. Physical exhaustion is usually what draws the line for me when I'm doing projects like this. But to answer your question, it's only because like this is all I really care about. So to me, it's not really even forcing myself to have the patience to do it. It's like what I wake up. It's what I genuinely wake up for. So I've been trying this new drawing tactic where instead of holding the tablet with my left hand and drawing with my right one, I'm holding a drink in my left hand and just drawing with my right one, and it's actually making me draw a little bit more loosely. I don't know how to describe it. Well, that doesn't look right. I don't know. I want a standing desk. I have like a basic desk right now. I want a standing desk. That keeps blood flow going through your body, and I feel like that will increase my productivity. That's a fat finger. Let's bring that in. That's better. Arnes Studio says I go to begin making drawings in live. You can give me some tips. So you want to wait. So you want to start drawing live online, like live stream, like this? There are no real tips to it. My tips are not going to help you in the same way how someone else's tips might not help you, because you have to build your audience first. Like, draw what you like, draw it the way you want to do it. When you're on stream, talk the way you want to talk, because I swear a lot, but that's just how I talk in real life. So I mean, that's why I come across as pretty genuine. Talk how you're going to talk, draw what you want to draw, how you want to draw it, build your fan base on that, and then just keep doing it, and have patience. Be consistent. Consistent in the sense that don't stream like once a week and then miss a week and then come back in 2 weeks. That's no good. That doesn't look right. Why does it look like a claw? The fingers are too fat. Why? These fucking nails are throwing me off. Do you know how to stream? Like, are you going to stream on YouTube or Twitch? I would recommend you start streaming on... Genuinely, I think you should stream on Twitch. If your internet can support it, stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Because I seem to be getting a pretty good response doing that. Like, holy shit, had I been doing this dual stream Twitch and YouTube the whole time? Oh my god. I feel like my life would be very different right now. Have you only lined this Symmetra? I've lined a couple of other heroes. Just a couple. Yeah, I don't have a date for when I want this done. I just want it done as soon as possible without sacrificing quality. So we're just gonna work on it as much as we can, as much as humanly possible. I've been drunk on coffee. I do believe I'm going to resort to taking a pre-workout. I don't know if any of you are into fitness, but I am. I'm a big weightlifter. If you've never taken a pre-workout, basically what it is this concentration. It's a powder, and it's a concentration of caffeine. Like, the weakest pre-workouts you could find will float between 3 to 4 cups or more of coffee in a equivalent to caffeine, and then you could just shoot it, and then you can just keep working for hours. Anyway, I might resort to that. I haven't really taken pre-workouts in a while, but I might do that for this project. Yeah, I haven't been to the gym in about 4 days, so I am feeling really gross right now. I am looking really flat. Some music going for myself. This is looking really flat. We don't want that. Derpy says, "Do I make traditional art too?" Oh yeah, I do traditional art. Other than these big projects like this, I pretty much only do traditional art. Like if you go to my YouTube channel, and you if you sift through all these live streams, a majority of the things that I post are traditional work. Again, for the most part, the only digital stuff I do are these giant projects like this. Like all my commission work is traditional. My speed paints are all traditional. I prefer traditional. I feel like I'm better at it. Like I know my line work is better traditionally. My coloring with my Copic markers is definitely better traditionally than my digital painting is. That's not even close. I wish there was oh, I should try and make it. I'm not good at making brushes, but if there was a brush that could emulate the inking and blending of a Copic marker, I would download that. I would buy that shit in like a second. Ah, you got the poster. Nice. I was wondering if that got to you. Hey LP, alright, I will still be here. Yeah, no, I love traditional art. Okay, this is looking messed up. Yeah, I love using brush pens more than anything. That is just. All right, we got a phone call. Hello? Damn it. So sometimes we get phone calls while I'm live streaming, and a lot of the times it's a telemarketer. So usually we'll take like a minute and just troll them, and I'll play it here on the stream. But this person hung up. Do I watch anime? I haven't made time to watch any anime in a long time. I should, but I don't. I don't play video games anymore. I don't do anything but draw. Okay, this is not looking right and it's bothering me. Hold on. Arm's too long, we'll chop it off right here. We'll bring it down right there. We'll shrink this. Bring that down. Okay. The purple lines, that is uh so I drew the outline of it and I started lining over it and it didn't look right. So I just went in and redid it just to and I found some things that I needed to fix. Like that's too big. Okay. So that purple line is just it's nothing. It's just me verifying my lines and fixing it. Because like when you sketch it out, it looks one way, and then once you actually ink it in or do the line work, it can look another way. So you have to be able to adjust it. You have to be willing to go back and erase and erase and erase and redo and redo and redo. See, it's looking better now. But this is too wide right here, so we'll bring this in. Right? So this is a little bit tighter here. Birdie asks, what do I prefer most? Coloring, lining, or sketching? Lining. Oh, wait, sketching. Sketching. Sketching is my favorite thing to do. Damn, there's a Bulbasaur and a Totodile at my house. Why? I like sketching because it always feels like the most freedom out of any. See, this is all messed up here too. It's the most freedom that you get out of any art act. Because when you're lining something like very delicately like this, you are kind of confined into what you can do because like you have predetermined lines. Does that make sense? But when you're sketching, you can just do whatever you want. Like, you should see some of my, if you go through my other videos, my live streams, you'll see I do these things called freestyle sketching. That's where I just take a brush pen and a blank paper and just go crazy. I have a couple of live streams like that, which I need to start doing again, because those are really good practice. So when you go there, you could see how much freedom it permits me when you just sketch, especially if you do pen only sketch and you're not going in with a pencil and you can just go crazy, fearless. That arm is still too long. This is all fucked up. Hold on. Oh, thank you, JXCK. Sorry if I can't pronounce your name. Just FYI, I swear a lot. Like, I mean, that's just part of my vocabulary. You could say it's limited vocabulary. But when I'm drawing, I'm just super passionate about everything that we do. So if you're new to this channel, just expect that that's going to happen here and there. I don't envy my art skill. You could do it. Okay. There will be a lot of having to adjust. So let's go ahead and blow this up a little bit to match the rest of the baddie. The baddie. That's how John Mayer would say it. Baddie. Okay. Etch a Sketch asks, what kind of tablet do I use? I use a my favorite Overwatch character, Bastion. Need a picture of Symmetra's arm. That's why these drawings are taking so long. Everyone is, everyone's pretty much a cyborg because they're part human, part machine. I think one of the reasons a lot of people don't like to draw Overwatch characters on large scale like this is because they'll take a long time. Because they have so many mechanical parts to them. The delay? Are you talking about the stream or in... Are you talking about like Overwatch in-game delay? So, whereas the bottom heroes... Yeah, I'm using a service called Restream, so it's allowing me to stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. The lag or the delay, the lag is like really short. If you just do pure YouTube, it's almost an entire minute. It's almost an entire minute delay. So whereas all the characters on the bottom, the perspective is you're kind of looking down on them. With the characters that are above, we are looking up at them. So there's a perspective shift that I'm having to keep in mind as I draw these characters now. Because I've drawn, up to this point, I've drawn all of them looking from underneath. Or looking from above down onto them. Now it's shifted. And she has a necklace. Diva is actually going to be the last one that we're going to do. I'm putting her off because I'm going to draw her with the suit. So that's going to take a long time. The armor is going to take a long time. And I don't want to exhaust all my energy just doing her and then slugging through everyone else. I'd rather slug through her and finish everyone first. I think it's going to take me like 8 hours to draw Diva. Yeah, her mech. Do I ever draw cartoons? Like motion cartoons? Like animation? I have. You could find them on my channel. They're not very good. They're actually really old. But I gave it a whack. They're on my channel if you want to find them. They're in their own playlist. Have I done no, I have not. And Orisa. It's cool. I like all the Overwatch designs. Every character's design is really cool. Where am I gonna put it? Well, we haven't got around yet. I haven't drawn her yet. It's a her or an it? Guessing it would be an it, I guess. Alright, see ya. I will still be here whenever you choose to come back. Alright, see ya. Do I play Overwatch? Nope. When it comes to video games, I really don't play anything because I don't make time for it. I do follow the artists. I love the character designs, and I watch. Whoops! I watch Let's Plays. But in regards to actually taking my time to play it firsthand, I don't do that with any game. Got too much drawing to do. Thanks, MS Studio, Miss Studio. Yeah, I don't play video games anymore. I don't have time. Well, excuse me, I don't make time for it. I don't watch TV anymore. Like the only way I got to watch Luke Cage was because I had it playing in the background while I was working. What's my opinion on when people use, quote, I can't even draw a stick figure as a compliment? Any compliment you get, as long as it's meant to be a compliment, should be welcomed. However people want to convey how they appreciate your work, I mean, that's totally subjective. Like, I'll take any compliment. I'm fine with that. The thing that I don't like about that, on a personal level, is when it comes from someone who, like, genuinely wants to draw. And I believe most people never really try to draw. They just assume that they can't and don't really put any effort into it. But if you're just talking like plain old compliment, I'm down with it. Of course. Yeah, I already know I know exactly what I'm going to be drawing for the rest of the year. Um, of course, yeah, give or take commission work that I pick up in between. If I even choose to accept any commission work, because I have so many projects that I want to do. Um, Gotta pay bills, though, you know what I'm saying? No, yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing, project-wise, for the rest of the year. This needs to be bigger. Because I have all my conventions planned out for the rest of the year already, so I know exactly what I need to do. Oh, come on. Don't fucking drop frame on me. Sorry. My internet has been really bad lately. I don't know what's going on. You lived with your drawings, or do you have another job? No, this is what I do full time. Luckily, I live in California, um, and we have a lot of anime and video game and comic book conventions around here. So I have access to selling my artwork at those things basically every weekend. I do have to travel a lot, but I mean, that's more of a plus than anything, right? This is looking really messy. I don't know what's going on. And if I had to have another job, I'd still be drawing. Like, I literally couldn't draw this many hours in the day because I wouldn't have that many available to me. But I would make it work. Like, I don't care. I would make it work. Um, yeah, so I pretty much, during the weekends, I'm always at a convention. During the weekdays, I'm doing like stupid shit like this. Dang it. This isn't lining up right. Um, do I respect all artists? No. What kind of question? No, of course not. Um, I can elaborate on that if you want me to. Um, I I respect every artist's hustle. Like, however anyone wants to make their money regarding their art, that's none of my business. They can do it however they want, and the better they do it, the better it is. Like, whatever, that's fine with me. I don't care. Um, there's just a lot of artists who complain. I think the thing that bothers me the most are artists who complain. I know quite a few people who do this full time, and I think I talked about this on one of my Artist Alley vlogs. There are a lot of there are a lot of artists who can do this full time, but they complain about it, and I'm like, this is a fucking dream job, and you're complaining about it, you know, or they have the because they do it full time, they have the time, but they aren't producing work or they're not improving their skill. If you have the time, which is a luxury. Not everyone gets to do this full time, which is why I work so hard, because I know this is something that so many people want to do, but just financially can't. And to me, that's a terrifying idea because I love doing this so much. Just the thought of not being able to do this full time, like, fucking terrifies me. So the fact that I can is the reason why I work so hard. And there are certain artists who have the time and can do it full time, but they're not like respecting the craft. They're not putting in the hours. They're not either improving themselves or producing more work. Like, if you don't feel like studying artwork to make yourself better, then that's fine, but produce a lot of work, you know? Like, have a little, I don't know, like, I don't want to say respect the craft because that sounds like very, like, judgmental. But that's what it comes down to. I'm like, you got the time, you should use it because anyone else would love to have that time. And if you don't want it, then, you know, I don't respect you. It's pretty much what it comes down to. Um, there are also artists, in regards to complaining again, there are some artists who have complained to me. And I'm talking about I go to conventions and some artists, they'll like kind of underhand insult, complain about, because I have my big Pokemon drawing, the one with all the Pokemon on it, and that sells a lot at conventions. Like, that does very, very well at conventions. But what it does is it pulls a lot of money away from other artists who have Pokemon artwork. So often, boy, this happens a lot. They'll come to my table. They're not like talking shit or anything, but they'll just be like, "Oh man, so this is what's taking all the sales." Ha ha ha, underhanded, backhanded compliment, whatever. I'm just like, yeah, because I took like 500 hours to do it. I have more time in this one drawing than you have in your entire table, So I'm just like, I'm not gonna feel bad for you. So that kind of stuff, like those artists are the ones that I don't respect. I have more respect for somebody who's just starting out, who technically, on a technical level, sucks, but is trying to get better. I have more respect for someone like that than somebody who's just like wasting time or talking shit or complaining. So hopefully that was long-winded, but hopefully that answered your question. I guess this should be a little bit smaller. Let me find a picture of Symmetra's arm. Ah, that's a good picture. All right, see you later. Thanks for coming through. Hey, Black Cube. Um, I'll check out your channel. If you have good content, I'll subscribe to you. Something's telling me... Hey, Speedscape. What's up? You came from box office? Yeah, it was really cool they finally finished that Star Wars piece. Oh, did he mention me? I know he mentions me a few times here and there. So what's up, Speedscape? Thanks for dropping by. That looks all wonky. No, 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 no. He does something similar to me. Clarify that. Nah, he's cool. He's cool. Yeah. Oh, I want to. I can't wait to see that Star Wars piece colored. Do you? Has he mentioned if he's gonna color it or if he has a colorist doing it? Ah, okay. He has his own colorist. What's going on, DMC? All right, Speedscape. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Anthropomorphic animals. Yeah. I mean, maybe like I've done Disney-ish kind of stuff, but for the most part, not really. I'm always drawing like humans or straight up animals. Hey, Kate. I said, hey, Kate. Make Symmetra's boobs bigger. They actually are pretty big. Okay, so this is the problem right here. It's too far. They are big. I'm aiming for a little bit more realism. I know you've been in the live streams before. I remember the Hammond. Well, you never know. How many heroes do I need? I think I have 8 left after this. Yeah, I'm gonna get through all the heroes first, then I'll decide what to add in afterwards. Because right now I have everything plotted out and spaced for just putting the heroes in. No, I haven't. She'll be up here. Up there. Where did you get your experience with art? By drawing a lot? If you don't know how to, if you have trouble drawing something, just look up a tutorial online and then practice that until you're good at it. That's pretty much the secret. Find out what you're not good at, find a tutorial for it online, watch the tutorial, and then practice what the tutorial tells you. And then you do that for everything you're not good at. Eventually, you'll be good at everything. I'm not quite there yet, but that is the strategy that I use. Yeah, I'll zoom out so you guys can see everyone. Well, that's the thing. That's what separates amateur from amateur to less amateur. Once you hit that roadblock, once you hit that spot where you get frustrated or you find it really hard to draw, the thing that's going to separate you is the ability to keep on drawing. Who's the hottest hero? I think I'm going to say Symmetra. No, I like, Symmetra or Sombra? That dark skin, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, D.Va's cool. Oh, you could hear my music. Oh, great. Now I'm going to get that copyright hit. Is it hard drawing boobs? No, not really. They're like bags of sand. Let's see. What's up? Hey, Haxor. Should be right about there. No, I have images. I have images for reference, just so I can. I always use images for design reference, but I never copy poses. Like everything comes from my memory. All the poses come from my head. But design-wise, I use a reference. fidget spinners. Are those little... That's that little, like, helicopter thing, right? It's just another fad. It's just another toy thing that just becomes hot. Um, Let me try to think of something else that, when I was growing up, um, what did they have? Like fucking hopscotch? No, not hopscotch. The hula hoop. That's what I equate it to. The hula hoop. That's what it is. It's just something else that will keep kids busy or keep people busy. It's just kind of a fad, and it'll go away. I don't care about them. Do I have one? I don't. Not that I like. Not that I had a problem with it. I just whoops, phone's dying. Not that I have a problem with the spinners. Like I said, I literally just I don't care. Like I don't think they're dumb, but at the same time, I don't ever own one. I'm never gonna own one. Do I like Trump? Well, we don't get political on these things, but hey, Matthias. Yeah, we don't get political on these streams, but I'll answer your question real quick. Do I like Trump? I genuinely don't care. I don't like people. I get asked. People ask me that at conventions. So what do you think about this and that? I'm like, I'm here slinging my artwork. Why are you asking me this? But it happens. But no, I straight up just don't care. Like that's the short answer. I don't fucking care. I got like real things to worry about, like other things to worry about than that. So, no. Don't be sorry. You can ask. It's a normal question. People like to talk about that stuff. So, it's not a big deal. I don't play Overwatch. I don't play any video games, to be honest. I don't watch movies. I don't play video games. I don't watch TV. I'm drawing all the time. So I choose to not spend any of my time to do that other stuff. Because I know the amount of time that I spend watching an episode of fucking, I don't know, like an episode of something. The amount of time I spend watching an episode of something, I could be spending on my artwork. And I feel like it's not a big deal in the short run, you know, in the micro right now. But if you take two artists and one of them consistently chooses to draw over do the other stuff, and the other artist chooses to go do the other stuff over the course of 10 years, then that's going to make a difference. So I feel like as long as I keep making the right choices in the small scale, then it'll be beneficial in the long term. So that's why I do nothing but draw. or like art related things. Is ball life? Yeah, of course it is. I'm working on a drawing right now too. It's a bad project. My mom keeps telling you to stop. What the fuck would your mom tell you to stop? Like, um, I don't know what your project is. I don't know what your house, what your home life is like. So I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But like, not finishing projects is bad. Okay, so just finish it and be done with it, and then move on. Oh, look, as long as it's not interrupting other stuff, like if you're in school, as long as your grades aren't dropping, if you're at work and you're like not screwing up at work, then who cares how much time it takes? What else are you gonna do with your time anyway? Like, if you weren't doing that project, what else would you be doing? If the answer is anything but working on another project, then just finish your current project. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I get at I get told that all the time, especially with that Pokemon project. The big Pokemon project, they're like, "Was it worth it? Was it worth it?" And I'm like, "Yes. I'm the only person on the planet to have done it. It's pretty worth it." So, anyway, I get very passionate about these things, so excuse me for going off sometimes. Oh, thanks, Kenny. But yeah, no, because you know that I've drawn it twice now. Like I in 2015 was when I did the original Pokemon drawing, and then in this past December is when I redrew the entire thing. Oh, thanks, Matthias. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, so in 2015 I initially drew the Pokemon project, and then 2016 I redrew it with Sun and Moon. I didn't just add to the old one. I redrew the whole thing. So a lot of it's funny that like a lot of people, even other artists that I run into, are like, "Wow, I would never do that." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is your job, right? Like, you don't." I just don't like somebody who's not an artist. Like, I get it. You wouldn't do it because you don't like to draw. But I get other artists who are like, "Yeah, I would never do that." Like, what? Fucking serious? Then people ask me what I'm gonna do when Generation 8 comes out, and I'm like, I'm gonna draw the whole thing over again. I don't give a fuck. I'll start a Patreon, um, just so I can, and I'll use all my Patreon money just to buy coffee and pre-workout. Ooh. Yeah, so the first one back in 2015, that was 21 consecutive work days. And I thought that was long. I was like, oh my god, 132 hours on this shit, right? And then when I redid it, it was like 350 hours over 42 days. So it was literally more than double the previous one in both uh, um, calendar time and work time. So what made Kenny is asking what major draw? Oh, hey, Soul Drinker. Um, Kenny is asking, what major drawing am I going to do next after Overwatch? I'll tell you guys straight up. I'm going to do Street Fighter after this. Just straight up, I'll tell you guys. I don't care. Street Fighter after this. Because I'm going to Evo in Las Vegas, which is like the biggest video game event ever. And I'm an artist. I'm going to be an artist there. So I'm like, well, what's going to sell really well? And what's something that I actually really like? I've been playing Street Fighter since I was little, so I was like, you know what? We'll do Overwatch, we'll do Street Fighter, and then I got a big one after that, but I ain't talking about that last one yet. We ain't talking about that yet. We'll talk about that after the Street Fighter one's done. So Soul Drinker brings up a good point. And I'm gonna actually end this stream in about like 20 minutes. I just need to go actually run some errands, but I'll answer some of your questions before we head out. Soul Drinker says, I like to draw, but I always get discouraged when I see good art, and I am a slow learner. The one thing that Soul Drinker, I hope you really listen to what I'm saying here, because this is pretty important. What anyone else does has absolutely nothing to do with you. I used to fall into that pit, like when I started drawing, up until pretty recently, you know, like middle last year. I used to just like look at other people's artwork, look at how successful certain artists who started at the same time as me have become. You know, like when you think objectively and literally, what anyone else does with their artwork has absolutely nothing to fucking do with you, like at all. So even if you learn really slowly, when you get to where you want to be, then you're still gonna be there. You know what I mean? If it takes one person 4 years to get a degree and it took you 12, your fucking diploma doesn't say how long it took you. All you see is that you have a diploma. That's all that matters. So just fucking ignore everyone. You know, like if it helps you, fucking unplug from the internet. Stop looking at their stuff. But I think it's healthier to be able to look at other people's artwork and not feel that way. And that just takes a lot of discipline, and it takes conditioning. If you've conditioned yourself to feel bad when you see other people's work, you have to do the opposite and condition yourself to not feel bad, which is hard, but it's possible. You can't even draw a circle properly, and you want to go to college for art, but it's junior year already. I started drawing when I was 25, if that makes you feel better. Like, I went to school for something completely unrelated, and then I didn't start drawing until I was 25. I didn't really start making a living off of this until like a year and a half or 2 years ago. So, I mean, and even then, if you were older than me, which none of you are, even if you were older than me, nah, it's not deep, it's just real talk. Even if you were older than me, you still have time. Like, you're not dead. Until the point where you're dead, you're not going to be out of time. Yeah, you see that there's like this Mexican lady, she's like 91 and she's a sharpshooter. Nah, but yeah, so Soul, real talk? You want some real talk? The best thing you can do is just start fucking ignoring what everyone's doing. Like, when you finish a drawing, you don't have to post it on social media, because when you put that... See, what happens is if you post it on social media right away, you're going to be like, is it going to get likes? Is it going to get likes? Is it going to get views? And what's going to happen is if you do that, you're going to see, maybe you get 10 likes, but then you compare it to somebody else who gets like 13,000 likes. You're going to somehow think that their artwork is better than yours, right? So just fucking draw for yourself. Don't worry about putting it on social media. Stop looking at what other people are doing. And then eventually you'll just get to a point where you stop caring. Like, that's legit. Like, that's the truth. And I'm gonna tell you, if you never get to that point where you stop caring, you're gonna slow down your progress so much. Like, people have told me that I should stop doing the Artist Alley vlogs on my channel, that I should just only post speed paints on my channel, do it once a week, twice. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I will post something on my channel every single day, however I feel like it, at whatever time I want, because I don't care. And that's how you should be about your artwork. You should just be like, I'm a draw, and I don't care. And then however long it takes you to do it is just what you got to do. Nah, I got something better than fairy tale. I got you. Don't worry. uh, hey, Soul, I have a Facebook account. Just you could post. I always tell people to post their stuff on my. Oh, you don't have social media. Okay, you know what? That's good. Stay off of social media. If you're not already deep into social, don't bother. Like, don't do it unless like you want to be like what I'm doing. I'm on social everywhere, and I'm just trying to get my name out there. Um, is that what you're trying to do, Soul? So, Soul, are you trying to become like a popular artist? Are you trying to get your name out there? You want people to commission you? You want to have a whole bunch of followers, which in turn will, lengthen your lifespan as an artist because those are the people who are going to give you money. If that's your goal, then you actually have to start social media right away. You have to start. I'm waving my arms around like you guys can see me. You have to start like right away. For social media because that just takes time to grow, a long time to grow. So the longer you wait, yeah. No, I'm just telling you the truth. Like, it's a really messed up balancing game where it's like if you want clients in the current climate that we're in with art, at least that I've seen, you got to be on social media because that's the only way people are going to see you. Um, Even when I go to conventions, everyone's on like social media. It's like, but that's how you're going to get your clients and that's how you're going to make your money if you want to do it full time. Unless you go and work for a studio or something, that's perfectly fine. I have no interest in working in a studio. I have no interest in working for a company. So I can't give you good advice on that. So Soul Drinker, anytime something like that happens, so Soul Drinker writes that they got kicked out of school. They got kicked out of their school's art program because they wanted to learn how to draw comics and anime characters. See, when you get kicked out of like a school institution for something like that, what they try and do is make it seem like there was something wrong with you, when in actuality, what they were offering didn't fit to what you wanted. So there was actually something wrong with them. You have to think about it that way. You have all these avenues online to learn whatever the fuck you want, however you want to learn it, right? So if a school tells you no, that's their problem, not yours, So you shouldn't let that dictate how you feel about your art. So if you want to learn how to draw comic book and anime characters, just go online. There are plenty of tutorials. Go to Mark Crilly. I do think that everyone should learn realism, because that'll help you. But let me see. Yeah, everyone should learn realism. Even if you're not going to draw realism all the time, you should learn it because it's going to improve your overall skill. See, I have a very anime style, but it's mixed with realism because I know how to draw real people. That's Kenny says you can start drawing basically anywhere. I started at 3 years old and I'm still drawing. Yeah, you can fucking. Here's the thing. I started drawing. Here's the thing. I started drawing when I was 25, right? And I didn't start studying real stuff, realistic art and perspective and things like that until like I was like 26, 27, right? Um, and because I've put down more time on the paper, they call that mileage. Mileage refers to the amount of time you're actually drawing. So a lot of people, they could study for 10 years but have very little mileage. I have put down more mileage than a lot of people put down in like 10 years, and I'm fucking serious. That's why I'm advancing so quickly. Um, Soul Drinker says, I have trouble learning online. I'm good with learning physically with someone, but the only place that offers classes is a 20-mile radius in the 20 is the school. So here's the thing. There are a couple kinds of people that learn, right? Like, there are some people who could discipline themselves to learn online. So that's someone like me, where I could just take something online, sit down in a quiet room, and then learn it myself. But then some other people need that structure. That's what schools are for, even though most schools are bullshit. So you have your only options. You have a few options, Soul Drinker. You can go back to that school, and then you could learn what you can from them, and then take what they teach you, and then extrapolate from that, and then improve yourself, which I think is the best way to go. Or You could learn to learn online, all right? Because that way you have full control over what you want to learn. Or go get a job, save some money, and move somewhere else. That's pretty much what you can do. No, Kenny says schools are pretty shit. Yeah. So, by the way, guys, I think I'm pretty much done drawing for this stream. We're just going to hang out for like another 10 to 15 minutes and just talk about artwork and whatever you guys need. I just realized I didn't draw Mercy's Halo. I'm going to be drawing that soon. Do I have a Discord? I don't. Because I live stream anyway, so people could just hop in my chat. Yeah, and I know that sounded very like crass, but that's all you can do. It's a fucking problem solving issue right now. Like you want to do something, but your current situation doesn't allow you to do it. So if you can't, so your only option is to either change your situation or adapt to your situation. You could change your situation by saving a bunch of money and moving, or if you can't do that, then you have to adapt to your current situation, which means go back to the school and learn what they're going to teach you. You know, suck it up, learn what they're going to teach you, and then build off of that, which again I think is the best thing to do. Or, well, you can't leave because you're 16. Okay, so the fact that you can't leave because you're 16 means you have to adapt to what's going on. Oh, you could run away from home. Don't do that because then I'm gonna get in trouble. Because so like you're permanently out of the art program. Okay. Well then, it looks like your only current situation is that you're going to have to learn on your own. You're gonna have to, whatever you have to do, walk or get dropped off at a library, or like sit in the closet if it's too loud in your living space, or like if you guys have a car, go sit out in the car. I'll sleep in I sleep in my car sometimes when I go to conventions. People think it's all glamorous and shit. I'll sleep in the car and I'll sketch people walking by. Like that's just how it has to go sometimes. Nah, he doesn't need to meditate. We're gonna give him his revelation right now, Kenny. Yeah, I know. Okay, but like what you're doing is you're romanticizing it because you're saying that you want it to be a certain way, but it's not. Like you want structure in the form of school. However, oh, I love sleeping on the floor. All right, you want to learn in a structured environment. However, the only structured environment within 20 miles of you is the school that you are no longer allowed to take their art course. So the fact that you can't take their art course anymore means that that's not an option. So the only option is to learn to do it yourself. Now that's the thing. If you genuinely want to learn, you are going to have to force yourself to adjust, and just learn on your own. That's just straight up. That's like the only things. And if you're not willing to adjust, then maybe it's not for you. You know, you're still super young. I mean, like, yeah, sleep in the freezer. It'll slow down your aging. But you know, how the other option is you could just wait. You could just wait until you finish school, and then try to get into a college that has some kind of art program. I'll tell you what, if you get into any kind of art program if you get into an art program anywhere, it's not going to focus on anime and comic books. It's going to focus on like classic, traditional, fundamental art, which you should learn. Okay, you can also hire online mentors. You can find people. I know you say you don't have a social media account, but I mean the best way is this group. You can go to the Level Up group on Facebook. They have mentors there that are for hire, and I know they might be expensive. And if they're too expensive, then go get a job and then pay for it. The Level Up, that's the group on Facebook. I know you said you don't have social, but that's something that you might want to look into, because they have mentors there who are essentially one-on-one teachers, which are actually superior to school teachers. So, Soul Drinker, let me ask you, what were they trying to teach you in the class? I know you said at the class in the art program that you got kicked out of. What were they trying to teach you? You said you were trying to learn how to draw anime and comic books, but what were they trying to teach you? So, here's the thing, and this is just the way the education system's set up, at least here in the States. When you go to college and you want to learn how to do chemistry, they make you take 2 years of bullshit before that. Oh, they were teaching anime and comic book stuff? Dude, what the hell? That's super cool. I've never seen it. Oh, okay, okay. Well, hey, you know what? Okay. I thought you were just being disobedient and like not drawing what they were trying to teach you. All right, I misinterpreted what you were saying. If you just got kicked out because you were behind, there should be a way for you to get back in, right? Like you should be able to be like, okay, I messed up last, or I didn't catch up last time, but then I should be able to go back and try it again. Partially dyslexic, okay. Did you guys know, and this is official, this is actually true, Obi-Wan Kenobi was past the regulated age to be trained as a Jedi, and when Qui-Gon Jinn found him, he saw so much potential in him that he trained him anyway. And Obi-Wan was not only weak with the Force, up until like he was super weak with the Force. He just outworked everyone. You can go look that up. That is true. He did not have a high midichlorian count. He was past the age of being formally trained. He 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 was a subpar swordsman when he started. The only reason Yeah, I'm just saying that the only reason Obi-Wan was as good as he was is because he outworked everyone. So, Soul, you may be partially dyslexic, you might be a little slow, and you might have to work harder than everyone to achieve the same thing. But the point is, if you really want it, you're just gonna have to work. Like that's pretty much what it comes down to. You're gonna have to go back in there and be like, you're gonna have to give me another chance. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try it again. Again, I don't know what that program is like. So basically, and I do have to go. Basically, your only options are one, go back. Okay, I'm writing this down. Can I give you a simple homework assignment? I got you. I'm gonna write it down, and I want you to write it down. All right. If you're gonna do comics, learn basic anatomy. And I'm talking bones. You know, I'm talking clavicle. I'm talking ribs. We're talking petula. I don't know how to pronounce it. How can you contact me without Facebook? Email. My email, email is the best thing to do. That does not count as social media. That is necessity. Email me. That's rocketmail.com. Man, you should do anatomy. You should do gesture drawing. Go to this website or go to this YouTube channel. It's a free YouTube channel. Masters of Anatomy. They have figure drawing and gesture drawing. Or I guess more just figure drawing. They have free timed figure drawing courses, and you could double that up as anatomy studies because everything there is free. That's my last name. It's my first initial and my last name. Hey, Synthro. Sorry, we got caught up in art talk. Why don't I use Illustrator? Because Illustrator sucks. No, Illustrator is more for like if you're doing graphic design. Well, not Masters of Anatomy. New Academy. My bad. It's not Masters of Anatomy. My bad. Photoshop. I'm using Photoshop right now. I don't like using Illustrator because it automatically straightens it automatically adjusts your lines for you because it's a vector-based program. So it doesn't work on like pixels like this does. So it makes your drawings wonky. You lose the freedom to create your own actual line work like I do here. But yeah, so the best thing for you to do, Soul, the best thing for you don't need a tablet. You got a pencil and you got like newspaper or toilet paper or line paper or whatever you got. It doesn't matter. The best thing for you to do, Soul, is to practice. You don't need a graphics tab. Well, if you're going to use Photoshop, you do, but for just learning to draw, you don't need one. Best thing for you to do, Soul, and this is before I leave, go study basic anatomy, and then go to, you know what? Fucking these 3 YouTube channels are all you're going to need to learn how to start drawing. Those are the 3 only channels you're going to need. Straight up, hands up, drop the mic right there. Those are the 3 YouTube channels that you need to learn how to start drawing. Go through every single lesson, because I've gone through every single one. I've gone through Proco's lessons twice. I'm still not good. Go through every single tutorial that are on those. Nah, you don't need my channel. It's fine. I'm being legit. Like, I'm entertaining, but I'm not educational. So I mean, if you want to learn, if you want to have fun, you come to my channel. If you want to learn how to draw, you go to those 3. Go through every single tutorial on those channels, and then come back to me. Alright guys, I was on for a little bit longer than I thought. I'm going to head out, take a break, and then I'm going to come back with a silent live stream. Alright, this was fun. Alright, Soul, just email me. Thanks everybody for dropping in, and I will talk to you all later.